Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A mostly quiet and relatively uneventful fall weather pattern will continue for most areas across the nation. Showers and storms are likely in the upper Midwest along the cold front. Severe storms and flash flooding are not expected. Closer to home, a weak cold front will arrive from the east, but above normal temperatures and dry conditions will remain in place through Monday. The next Pacific system crosses the Rockies early next week and going to bring some winds and cooler temperatures for the end of the month. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Be advised that on Tuesday, that's October 29th at 9 a.m., a special meeting has been called by the Board of County Commissioners. You're reminded to cast your vote for the new city natatorium. It would be no tax increase for citizens and would offer the city a year-round indoor pool. VoteAlamogordo.com has details. Zoo Boo 2024 is taking place this Saturday. The adult costume 3-mile fun walk run kicks off at 7:30 a.m. Registration's $35. The kids costume mile fun walk run is at 8:30. $17 registration for that. Then the candy trail and costume contest will take place inside the zoo beginning at 9 until noon. Timberon is offering some Halloween events. You're invited to come in costume and beat everyone at a pumpkin pie eating contest. Plus, you get to fill up on candy. That's happening Saturday from 3 until 5, featuring bounce houses, music, trunk or treat. From 7 till 10 is the adult party and the kids movie night. The Alamo Senior Center presents the Halloween Dance Party taking place on Thursday, October 31st from 2 until 4:30. Music by Chica and Demand. Light refreshments will be served. Cost is only $5 at the door. There is a Halloween costume contest, so come dressed to impress and scare. The Alamogordo Public Schools Health Services invites you to attend the Mental Health Community Networking Day. That's happening on Thursday, November 7th from 9 until 4 at the Hub. More information is available by visiting the Alamogordo Public School Facebook page or by calling 575-430-0191. Pecos Cyber Academy is a statewide online public charter school, and they announced the launch of a creative new initiative as part of the PCA Roadshow, which is a collaborative traveling puzzle mural project as a symbol of unity across the state with the theme, We All Fit In at PCA. But they're going to be doing a whole lot more during the November 2nd visit at Tractor Supply Company. I spoke with Community Outreach Coordinator Katie Winthrop.
This program where we have our staff and students volunteer to make homemade meals, which is generally enchiladas, although we've had someone request tacos, but they generally will make a homemade meal, and then we have families that are signing up to receive those homemade meals. So we match them with a family. They create the meal. We meet there in one common place. In Alamogordo, we're actually going out of town a bit later. We're going to initially meet at the farmers market between 9 and 11 a.m. on the 2nd to collect some of the meals for people that can't go out with us later in the day, where we're going out at noon to the Mescalero Apache Tribal Community Center. And we'll have a table out there with some information about PCA.
To learn more about the PCA Roadshow or how to get involved, visit pecoscyber.org/roadshow. Well, today is Friday. It's time for a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City. Welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. A few weeks ago, I told you about a few of our awesome cats who, through no fault of their own, lost their homes. There were unfortunate circumstances happening with their owners, and the kitties were brought back to Kitty City. One of these cats is Dorito. He's a very handsome 3.5-year-old orange tabby with white tuxedo-style markings. He's got the classic tabby face with a white mouth, chest, and feet. Dorito is neutered, microchipped, and is up to date on his vaccination. After being in his home for over 3 years, his military owner is leaving the country, and he cannot take Dorito with him. Since his return a week ago, Dorito has been confused and a bit unsure about what's happening. But we're happy to report that Dorito has already begun coming out of the cubbies when he sees and hears humans approaching. All he needed was some sweet talk and a few pats on the head. And the next thing we know, Dorito has found a new friend and is rubbing against our legs. He has always been a very friendly and affectionate boy, and still is. We are quite confident Big Boy Dorito will soon be adopted again, and his next home will be the forever home he deserves. Our next second chance kitty is literally a third chance kitty. Portia's life was upended when her owner said he was moving and could not take her with him. She was surrendered back to Kitty City and then promptly adopted to a senior lady who just loved Portia at first sight. Even though the lady wanted an older cat, she instinctively selected Portia. Unfortunately, she soon realized that Portia was too much cat for her, and she returned her back to Kitty City. Portia is a people cat and tends to be fussy with other kitties. Because she prefers humans over other cats, Portia will do best as an only cat in a home. Portia is a beautiful cat. She's a Torby, which is a pretty combination of a tortoiseshell and tabby. She is sweet, friendly, and affectionate and loves to receive attention from humans. And she's a real fan of belly rubs. She's 1.5 years old, spayed, microchipped, and vaccinated. And finally, we have Tigger, a 3-year-old brown tabby. She's a shy kitty with a sweet, gentle nature. She had a litter of kittens and was the very best mama. And then she was surrogate mom to 7 motherless kittens. She lovingly accepted them all. Tigger is a real darling. She responds in kind to affection from humans. She's spayed, microchipped, and vaccinated. All Tigger wants is someone to love her forever. Please come visit us at 56 Stanley Ranch Road to see Dorito, Portia, and Tigger, and all the other wonderful kitties waiting for their forever homes. Or visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com to see all the cats and kittens of Kitty City. Tomorrow, Saturday, October 26th, there will be an adoption event at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kitty City has a special of first cat or kitten at full price and second cat or kitten at half price. Come by the mall tomorrow, Saturday, October 26th, and give these cats and kittens a forever home. This has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. We would like to wish the community of Alamogordo a happy and safe Halloween. We would also like to extend an invitation to all the trick-and-treaters to come by our main stations to receive some candy on Halloween evening. Fire Station 1 at 619 Texas Avenue, Fire Station 5 at 1492 South Florida, and Fire Station 6 at 3100 North Florida will be handing out candy to all the ghouls. Please come by and see us on Halloween night.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The murder trial for Jonathan Martinez, accused of killing his ex-girlfriend back in 2022, is in its final stretch. Yasmin Marquez was found dead in Sandoval County after having gone missing for 2 months. Martinez was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say cell phone records put Martinez at the crime scene. The trial began Monday and is scheduled to conclude today. Bernalillo County and Albuquerque city officials say juvenile crime has gotten out of control. Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman spoke at a press conference on Wednesday.
This year alone, we already have 119 felony juvenile cases involving a firearm.
This is why he and his office are recommending this be the top of lawmakers' minds come January during the 60-day legislative session. Bregman says the New Mexico Children's Code has not been updated in over 30 years. There are 36 changes he's suggesting and 6 amendments he believes should become priority. He includes expanding the amount of crimes juveniles can be charged with as an adult.
Currently, the only crime that you can charge as an adult is first-degree murder. We want to expand that to include second-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, rape, shooting at or from a motor vehicle causing great bodily harm or death.
Bregman adds this goes beyond lawmakers addressing the problem, saying that this takes the entire community, including parents and family members, to make a difference in these young people's lives. Authorities are trying to figure out what caused a car to roll over in Sunland Park. The accident unfolded yesterday morning before sunrise. Authorities learned there were 15 people inside that vehicle at the time of the accident. At least one person suffered serious injuries. Early voting is well underway in the land of enchantment, and all three of our representatives are running for re-election in the House of Representatives, and a Senate seat is also up for grabs. Incumbent Democratic Senator Martin Heinrich is facing off against Republican Nella Domenici. Heinrich's held the seat for 2 terms since 2013. Domenici is the daughter of longtime New Mexico Senator Pete Domenici. She's running for the first time. KOB spoke with both candidates to see where they stand on certain issues. The biggest on most people's list? The economy. Domenici believes New Mexico should bring more jobs in by lowering regulations and lowering taxes on companies.
For our economy to work for everyone, we really need not to have inflation. We need cost of living to come back down. And we also need to have a state that has less heavy regulation and less heavy taxation so that companies will want to come here. Biden and Harris and Martin Heinrich have they've infused our country with heavy spending of federal programs. And that's backfired completely on Americans and driven inflation and driven cost of living.
Heinrich argues the inflation we're seeing is a result of the pandemic because supply chains broke, not due to federal spending.
What we learned from that is that there are certain things that we need to manufacture here in New Mexico. That's how you make sure, and in the U.S., and that's how you make sure that wages actually grow faster rather than slower than inflation. I want to continue to grow our jobs base and our wages here in New Mexico. We've had a lot of success in the last couple of years bringing new jobs to New Mexico in clean energy generation, in manufacturing.
They also spoke on energy, healthcare, education, crime, and the border. Something you probably never expected to hear at a drive-thru.
I wanted to know if you guys are currently serving the Quarter Pounder.
No, I'm sorry. We won't be serving the Quarter Pounders.
At least 3 McDonald's locations in El Paso have temporarily stopped selling Quarter Pounders due to the E. coli outbreak. This comes as the New Mexico Department of Health is investigating 5 potential cases of E. coli linked to the McDonald's Quarter Pounders in Bernalillo County. Health officials said 1 person has been hospitalized. Joe Erlinger, the president of McDonald's USA, says they have taken action to ensure the safety of their customers.
It is the Quarter Pounder and 2 ingredients on that Quarter Pounder that are under investigation by the CDC. So, I want to say to our consumers that you can confidently go to McDonald's today.
Chad Smelzer, an NMDOH deputy epidemiologist, says interviews are being conducted with affected individuals to gather more data.
They do have symptoms, which would be nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps, some fever maybe, and diarrhea. When the diarrhea persists or when it becomes bloody and the infection is worsening is when people should be really worried.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the outbreak has affected at least 49 people across 10 states. 1 death has been reported in Colorado. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
The New Mexico Activities Association would like to send a big thank you out to First National Bank, a division of Sunflower Bank, for their generous $5,000 gift to the NMAA Foundation. Friday night lights shine bright tonight as 42 games for New Mexico football kick off, including Manal at Cloudcroft, Hatch at Dexter, the Institute at Hot Springs, Texaco at Tularosa. Wow! Go Wildcats! Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 79, low tonight of 54, high tomorrow, 81 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting as high as 19 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 62, low tonight of 41, high tomorrow, 63 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. Enjoy your weekend.